The cataclysmic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE, which engulfed the ancient Roman towns of Pompeii and Herculaneum, stands as a poignant testament to the capricious nature of time and the indomitable spirit of humanity. This tale of destruction and resilience, set against the ominous backdrop of the restless volcano, serves as a timeless reminder of the unpredictable forces that shape our world. Mount Vesuvius, a colossal volcanic edifice, has a storied history that spans millennia. Geologists estimate that it has erupted over 50 times since its formation, but it was the eruption of 79 CE that would leave an indelible mark on history. Unlike its fiery nature, Mount Vesuvius is not an unpredictable beast. Its eruptions, while catastrophic, occur within a predictable geological timeframe, offering a glimmer of warning to those who dwell too close. The Greeks were among the first to settle around the foreboding mountain, establishing the city of Pompeii in the 8th century BC. When it came under Roman control, the city flourished, becoming a thriving resort town frequented by the wealthy and their artisans. Its economy was bustling, and it was home to around 20,000 residents. In 62 CE, Pompeii was jolted by a powerful earthquake, a precursor to the catastrophe that was to come. The earthquake disrupted the city's water supply, causing the fragile pipes running from a nearby spring to be displaced. The damage from this earthquake was still visible in the ruins left by Vesuvius's flow. 17 years later, on a fateful summer day in 79 CE, Pompeii was once again rocked by a series of shallow earthquakes. The citizens, many of whom could still remember the quake of 62, braced for another round of destruction. Little did they know that their true enemy lay dormant, waiting to unleash its furious wrath. The morning of August 24th, 79 CE, began like any other day. Pliny the Younger, studying at his uncle's estate, was alerted to a strange sight by his mother. From his vantage point, he described the initial eruption as an umbrella pine-like cloud, carrying with it ash and soil. Initially, the residents of Pompeii had time to flee. Some did, but many remained in their homes, unsure of what was happening. Those who stayed experienced a surreal sight. Ash fell on the streets like snow, blanketing buildings, and thick waves of heat seared the air, reaching temperatures of around 300 degrees Celsius or 572 degrees Fahrenheit. The exact cause of most Pompeians' demise remains a subject of debate among historians and scientists. Some believe they were smothered over time by volcanic ash, while others claim they passed instantly in the enormous heat wave. Regardless of the means, it is clear that the fate of the citizens of Pompeii was grim. The story of Pliny the Elder, Pliny the Younger's uncle, is one of heroism and tragedy. In command of a fleet of ships in the Mediterranean, Pliny the Elder ordered them to assist in the evacuation of towns along the coast. Undeterred by the danger, he himself got closer and closer to the mountain, attempting to save as many lives as he could. However, the forces of nature were too powerful. Stones rained down on the ships, and pumice stones filled the water around them. Pliny the Younger wrote that they were in danger not only of being drowned by the sudden retreat of the sea, but also from the vast fragments that rolled down from the mountain and obstructed the shore. The rate of detritus falling was around 6 inches per hour, a seemingly insignificant amount, but one that would quickly make escape impossible. After the gentle fall of ash, chunks of white pumice started falling down on Pompeii. As the volcano started throwing out deeper layers of earth, the pumice turned gray and was accompanied by limestone and lava. The threat of large falling stones was enough to keep many indoors. The larger chunks of pumice, limestone, and lava rock landed on others as they tried to escape. Scientists have reconstructed the final moments of one family's harrowing attempt to survive. Between 1 and 7 p.m., the front of their house fell, forcing them to retreat into the rear rooms. Pumice and larger objects were falling along with ash. The scaries sound being struck by the falling detritus was the least of their worries. The sheer weight of it caused houses to fall on many Pompeians, as evidenced by the fractures in the skulls found among the remains of those who stayed in their homes. Ash covered every surface, cinders fell from the sky, and large chunks of rock dropped into buildings, trapping people in their homes. Residents likely heard the screams of their neighbors as they suffered in their homes. It probably seemed like the end of the world. Pliny the Younger certainly thought it was. He wrote, "Many besought the aid of the gods, but still more imagined there were no gods left, and that the universe was plunged into eternal darkness forevermore." The citizens of Pompeii and Herculaneum, who had not fled or perished by evening, had to contend with the most perilous effect of the volcano: the pyroclastic flow. This type of flow is a concentration of superheated ash and gas that moves at speeds up to 62 miles an hour. These surges can reach temperatures high enough to strip flesh in seconds. The first flow struck around midnight and instantly wiped out anyone left in Herculaneum or Pompeii. Many citizens of Herculaneum had long perished or escaped by the time the final flow swept through the area. Pompeii, a little farther away, may have had survivors after the first flow, but they couldn't have made it through the final ones. In case in their homes, they likely coughed on ash or gases if the superheated air didn't overcome them. Though many perished, the majority managed to escape. Without homes, the survivors spread out across the Roman Empire and settled where they could. Records have shown many refugees of the circumstances married each other and relocated to other cities. Emperor Titus provided financial support to cities that took in the refugees to develop new infrastructure. But no Roman settlement ever existed in Pompeii again. Contrary to popular belief, Pompeii was not untouched before it was rediscovered. Shortly after the event, Roman soldiers sacked the ruins and took what they could. Even though the site had already been picked over, it remained a gold mine for archaeologists. Work began on the site in 1748, but much of the early work was dedicated to finding and removing treasures for King Charles III of Spain. For many years, excavations were reckless and greedy. Excavators tore frescoes from the walls and irreparably damaged the site in search of precious artifacts. After years of mismanagement, the site was taken over by an archaeologist named Giuseppe Fiorelli in 1863. Fiorelli improved the methodology of the excavations in a number of important ways. One of his innovations was to excavate buildings from the top down, to preserve artifacts and affect the site as little as possible. Fiorelli is also responsible for some of the most haunting images of Pompeii. He was the one who decided to use plaster casts to create models of those who had perished. Their bodies left holes in the wall of ash, and Fiorelli filled those holes with plaster, creating eerily perfect models of Pompeii's citizens in their final moments. During the Second World War, the Allied Air Force installed a base near Vesuvius as part of an ongoing campaign to disrupt access air control in the north of Italy. German raids were already troubling the area, but they were nothing compared to Mount Vesuvius. A new eruption began on March 18, 1944. Just like in 79 CE, a massive ash column went up into the sky. To the citizens of Pompeii, ash rained down once again. Pyroclastic flows rolled down the mountain and torched the airfield. Golf ball-sized chunks of lava reportedly fell 10 miles away. While not as cataclysmic as the events that ended Pompeii, it was bad news for the Allies. They lost 88 aircraft and an entire airfield in one day. On November 23, 1980, an earthquake rocked Pompeii and excavation efforts were halted. This marked a change in attitude at Pompeii. After the quake, archaeologists focused more on the documentation of existing ruins than the excavation of new ones. Experts generally marked the event as the moment things changed in the excavation. One expert said it shook the whole site up, and a lot of things started crumbling at that point. The really marked change was the earthquake, and it's still a problem. In 2010, numerous excavated buildings fell apart due to a combination of underfunding and poor weather. The Scola Armaturarum, a training facility for gladiators, went under, along with an important section of Pompeii's perimeter wall. Pompeii archaeologist Alex Barbet said the situation is critical. In 2011, there were only 5 skilled conservators taking care of Pompeii. Drainage had become an issue, and there was an enormous backlog of necessary maintenance. Today, there is no new excavation allowed at Pompeii, with rare exceptions. Most of the work is devoted to conservation, in part because archaeologists don't know when the next seismic event will strike. Presently, Mount Vesuvius is constantly monitored. An observatory on the mountain checks gas emissions and seismic activity for any signs of an eruption. They do this for good reason. Vesuvius is an active volcano and will eventually erupt again. The results of such an event could be cataclysmic, and 3 million people live within the danger zone of the volcano. A major eruption could be devastating to those people and create a refugee crisis. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE serves as a chilling reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human civilization. The ancient Roman towns of Pompeii and Herculaneum, once bustling centers of trade and culture, were reduced to silent ruins in the span of just a few hours. The people who lived there, trapped by the sudden and unrelenting fury of the volcano, met a fate that was both tragic and eerily beautiful, their bodies preserved forever in the ash that buried them. Yet, despite the devastation, the spirit of the people of Pompeii and Herculaneum endures. Their story is one of resilience and determination, a testament to the indomitable nature of the human spirit. Today, their ruins stand as a reminder of the past, a symbol of the capricious nature of time, and a cautionary tale of the unpredictable forces that shape our world. As we look to the future, we can only hope that we learn from the example set by the people of Pompeii and Herculaneum. We must be ever vigilant, always prepared, and always ready to face the challenges that come our way. For it is only by facing these challenges head-on that we can hope to build a better, stronger, and more resilient future for ourselves and for generations to come. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE, better known as the Pompeii eruption, is one of the most famous geological events in history. It occurred on August 24, 79 CE, and engulfed the ancient Roman towns of Pompeii and Herculaneum, located near the Bay of Naples in Italy. The eruption, which was caused by the buildup of pressure and the subsequent release of magma, ash, and gas, was so powerful that it created a cloud of ash and rock that rose over 20 miles into the sky. The people of Pompeii and Herculaneum had no warning of the impending disaster. They were caught off guard and were unable to escape the wrath of the volcano. Many of the residents of Pompeii died from the heat, ashes, and poisonous gases that were released during the eruption. The bodies of the victims were later found preserved in the ash, providing a chilling snapshot of life in the ancient Roman world. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius had a profound impact on the people of Pompeii and Herculaneum, as well as on the broader Roman Empire. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. The towns were buried beneath layers of ash and rock, preserving them in a state of perfect preservation. Today, they serve as important archaeological sites, offering a glimpse into the daily life of the ancient Romans. The ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum offer a wealth of information about the Roman Empire, including its art, architecture, and culture. They provide us with a unique opportunity to learn about the daily lives of the Romans, from their food and clothing to their religious beliefs and social customs. The sites also offer insights into the technology of the time, such as the Roman aqueducts and roads. The ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum are not just historical artifacts, but also serve as a reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human civilization. They serve as a cautionary tale of the dangers of living too close to an active volcano and of the unpredictable forces that can shape our world. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE stands as a poignant testament to the capricious nature of time and the indomitable spirit of humanity. The story of Pompeii and Herculaneum has captured the imagination of people for centuries. It has been the subject of countless books, movies, and television shows, and has inspired artists and writers to create works that explore the themes of destruction, resilience, and the passage of time. The ruins of these ancient towns continue to fascinate and captivate visitors from around the world. Today, Pompeii and Herculaneum are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and efforts are being made to preserve and protect them for future generations. Visitors can walk the streets of Pompeii, see the frescoes on the walls, and even visit the homes of the ancient Romans. The ruins of Herculaneum are more intact and offer a more complete picture of life in the ancient world. In addition to being a significant archaeological site, Pompeii and Herculaneum also have practical significance. They serve as a reminder of the importance of being prepared for natural disasters and of the need to be vigilant and ready to face the challenges that come our way. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE is a stark reminder that we live on a dynamic and ever-changing planet, and that we must be prepared to adapt and respond to the forces that shape our world. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE also serves as a reminder of the power of science and the importance of understanding the natural world. The study of the ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum has provided valuable insights into the geology, archaeology, and history of the ancient world, and has helped us to better understand the forces that shaped the earth and the civilizations that rose and fell upon it. In conclusion, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE stands as a poignant testament to the capricious nature of time and the indomitable spirit of humanity. The story of Pompeii and Herculaneum is one of destruction and resilience, a reminder of the unpredictable forces that shape our world and of the need to be ever vigilant, always prepared, and always ready to face the challenges that come our way. The ruins of these ancient towns offer a unique opportunity to learn about the past and to better understand the world we live in today.